when they came over and said, well, they brought up the white issue, they said it really doesn't matter. It's not a color issue. It doesn't matter. This is just the image that we have, but it's not a color issue. It's just, she said in this particular tribal area, they went back there and they took out all of the white images and put up black images and everything. So when they came back, the missionary came back and said, what is this? What happened here? Why would you do this? They said, didn't you say it ain't about color? You said the color didn't matter. So I put up something that looks like me. This is our tradition. If it's not about color, why are you upset? So it's only not about color as long as it's your color. And we buy into that. That's what the brother said. So he became what he called, I think, a kind of Pan-Africanist, you know, Christianity, something like that. Pan-Africanist Christian, so forth. I got to look up a little bit more what it. But so he was saying that this version disconnect you from feeling, because again, the intent of the government through them is really to exploit you, to get in, to rape the country of all of its minerals and resources, and use the people as labor, cheap labor, which is a kind of enslavement. So to do that, I have to disconnect you from all your traditions so you don't feel. Because if you disconnect from that, then you have what we give you. You're not feeling. So it desensitizes you to your own situation, to you. That's what colonial. But the true faith doesn't desensitize you. It wakes you up. My God. That's as far as I'm going to go with that today. Keep going. So we got this European colonialism that we call Christianity. That's not the true faith. It's not the true faith. The true Christianity or religion is a faith that can feel. It feels. Did I not weep with you? Job said. My heart grieves and makes a noise from the pain that I feel, Jeremiah. We have not a high priest of God that cannot feel what we feel. God so loved the world that he gave love, an emotion of feeling. You can't come up, so I'll come down because I feel you. The true faith is a faith that feels. And any faith that doesn't teach you to honor your own feeling, which is natural to your nature, cannot be from God, because according to Scripture, God is a God that feels our pain. He feels our cares. He feels us. He don't just know us, he feels us. And because that he feels us, he's connected with us, and he responds, because you'll never respond to what you don't feel or can't feel or choose not to feel. You won't respond. So God responded in saying that he feels us. And this colonialism has taught us to not feel, so that we don't feel the power of their ill will of enslavement and exploitation and dehumanization and desensitizing us and everything as to our own self. The devil is a lie. I'm alive and well. True faith wakes us up, enlightens us, elevates us, saves us, promotes us, just pick us up. That's what the true faith is, the faith that can feel. Touch your neighbor and say, you feel me now? You feel me now? Come on, tell me, you feel me now? Okay, let's go and flip it and say, I feel you. I feel you. There you go, I feel you. True faith is a faith that feels. Not the one that disconnects you from your feelings, but it's faith that can feel. Romans, but God demonstrated his own love toward us. Boy, he feeling us here. And that while we were yet sinners, still, Christ died on the premise that I feel your situation, I feel you. So you don't have to get right for me. I'm coming to fix it and make it right with you, because I feel you. I know your limitation, but I don't have the same limitation. I know your hang up, but I ain't hung up. So I'm going to come and sit with you. I'm going to cry with you. I'm going to weep with you. I'm going to even drink wine with you, because I feel you.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
I want you to know that I don't come to look at you and look down on you. I come to feel you. The world felt A46. Finally. Tragedy. But they felt it. There was something in the late 1800s or 19 called a social gospel that laid out all of the what would be the true contents of the faith, but that was abandoned because it talked about justice for all people, building institutions, hospitals, schools, for the uplifting of all humanity, and that you serve God by serving humanity. They call that the social gospel. So that's the real gospel. But that was trash for evangelical behavior, fundamentalisms, and right-wing stuff, ideology that goes back to the colonial behavior of exploitation, dehumanization, desensitizing people so that you can use them as merchandise to accomplish something other than God's will, to serve you. But that 846 woke up the world, because the world felt our pain. I'm glad you felt it finally.
Yes.
Now, we've been feeling it, still feeling it, because we're still suffering the effects of that 400 years of that colonization behavior, rape and exploitation of all of our wealth and everything else. But I'm glad that you can feel now. And you see now, when you get away from all of your dogma and ideology, there is something true, whereas Socrates, that transcends color, creed, ethnic, and religion, culture, and everything else. Principle of right and wrong. This is what I'll call the oral condition. It's kind of bringing it all home. You have an older one say this: it is true now. I wouldn't serve a God that I couldn't feel. So, and that's a true word. And I know it ain't in the Bible, but it's tradition. That's a perspective and interpretation. And if the Catholics can do it, then we can do it too. Because they say tradition equals the same as the Word of God. Something that is established as a tradition, it has its just weight as the Bible. So if they can do it well, if we can do it too, then if it ain't wrong for you, it can't be wrong for me. So as far as I'm concerned, this is gospel too here. I wouldn't serve a God that I couldn't feel sometimes, because a God that can't feel is a God that won't respond. Because you only respond to what you can feel. Close. Clap your hands for the Lord. Come on, give God glory. Come on, give him praise.